Alrighty, we're back out here at Highwater to do the walkthrough on the back nine. Alright, welcome to the back nine here at Highwater Disc Golf course in Nelson, British Columbia. Hole 10 is the first par 4 of the course at 587 feet, 179 meters. There is a tricky element to this hole. The basket itself is up here on this hill, although there's a visible pin over here that you can really get tricked by and think that that's where you're aiming. It is the first par 4, which always feels nice. Going to be throwing my rhythm, my driver, for this shot. Ooh, a lot of angle on it. But it came down just behind the tree I was aiming for, so that's nice. All right, as you can see here, like I said, hole 10 is quite a bit up this hill. This is a pretty significant uphill putt shot. And the worst thing is when it hits the basket and then rolls back down. So let's hope not to do that today. Left it a little short for the putt, tap in putt. Bogey. Alrighty, on to hole 11, 220 feet. This is another uphill shot. The pin is right in there. You can just kind of see the blue peeking through the trees. The nice thing about this shot is being right-handed, if you have enough power to get it past this pine here on the left, it's actually a really nice shot to where the basket is. That was not a really nice shot. I'll take that. Shot number 2 put me where I wanted to be. Now I have a par putt. Looks like a bogey it is today. Alrighty, hole 12 here. Confusing thing is that you walk up right in the way of hole 16. So you don't want to step onto this tee pad because then you're going to be done too soon. So go to hole 12. Pro tip, if you don't like the way you're playing, just play hole 16 and go 16, 17, 18 and go home and regroup, cry in a corner. Here we are at hole 12, 262 feet, downhill shot. We have a couple of gaps here. Pin is just behind this tree. I think what I'm gonna do is gonna try for a low forehand shot. It was definitely low and it went. Ooh. Almost hit a gopher, but I almost also hit the pin. Too low. Bogey again. Here we are at hole 13, a par 3, 367 feet. It is a straight shot with a slight rise up at the top there onto that hill. So my goal is to hopefully put a disc kind of in and around this area. All right, I'm not terribly sad with that. Look at the views you get playing Highwater Disc Golf. Just stunning. Uphill par shot. To the pin, just a little short. Another bogey. Hole 14, 203 feet. Again, you can see the double Mando here on hole 14 with a slight bend to the left. This makes it beautiful for a backhand throw if you're confident that you can get it through the mandatory trees. So here you'll be able to see them. This one and this one, you have to get it in between. Makes for a tricky shot. All right, let's see if I can get it through those mandos today. The answer is yes. That was perfect. I loved it. I was having a hard time finding my disc after that beautiful tee shot on 14, which made it through the double mando and had a beautiful angle. And then I finally found it up in a tree right there. Hello, Fuse. Would you come down and play?
I'll take that birdie.
Hole 15, 354 feet of basically uphill to the pin, which is way up in, whoop, right there. And this is the only hole with out of bounds. We have OB running this white picket line along the edge and anything to that side of it's out of bounds. Definitely kept it to the left of the OB, put it in a tree, but this time it fell to the ground. Alrighty, I'm not in an awesome spot where I am back behind the camera, but I'm gonna throw past the camera so you guys can catch the flight of the disc. I have found myself in the boughs of a tree. And being in the arms of that tree made me want to be in the arms of this tree. Well, if you're counting, you know this is my attempt at par. And I don't think I'm gonna make it. That was a much nicer shot. Double bogey. Hole 16 is the second and final par 4 on the course, 597 feet. It's sweeping to the left. So I've decided to go with my forehand shot on this. It's just felt a little bit more consistent today. I'm hoping to swing the shot out and come back. It didn't come back as much, but it hit a tree and it put me in a not terrible position. All right, so my disc is just down and over here. This next shot, I'm gonna do an angle where I try to throw it out around this tree and dive it back down to the left. That went pretty well. All right, great spot for a forehand shot. You can see my disc here. The pin is down and around these trees here. It's definitely hard to get at, but I'm gonna give it a nice forehand and see if I can't get it at least close. Hello, what would be a day at Highwater without being in the forest? I'm gonna try to punch it out of here. This is a tricky shot because I'm over here. There's the pin, but right behind the pin is this gully that just goes into the trees. And I'm shooting for a bogey already. And I think the smart thing to do in this instance is to not go for the bogey, but do the layup and go for double bogey rather than throwing into the trees and getting lost. There's my layup. So I ended up with the double bogey, but I don't think it was the worst decision I could have made today. All right, here's hole 17. It's 213 feet. It is this really neat tunnel shot. You got trees on either side, the pin down here. You can see the road behind it, but you're a good distance from the road. Tricky part is to keep the disc high enough to get over this rise, whoop, but low enough not to hit those trees. Hard to see the pin on this one from here because of this little rise, and then it is a significant little fall. I'm gonna try the backhand today. It's been feeling okay with this fuse. It's a nice steady disc. How do I walk up to throw this disc? I'm very confused. I want to step, 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 and step. All right. I'm going to. That's a nice throw. I'm really happy with that. Hit the tree, came down. That might be a birdie attempt. I'm not gonna lie, I thought the bounce on that shot was gonna be a little bit better. This is gonna be a very long birdie attempt, but we'll give it a try. Nope. I'll take a par on 17. All right, this is it, hole 18, the end of the back nine walkthrough of Highwater Disc Golf Course, 387 feet, sweeping to the left. The hard part about this shot, friends, is if you overthink it, you throw the disc over here and you hit the road. And you definitely want to be careful of not hitting the road. Always like to wait for cars to pass on this one, because I don't want to throw it terribly and be the reason for somebody's accident. So we'll gauge the cars and then we'll throw the disc. Oh, that was high. That was high. It's so straight though. Okay. Not quite enough power, but not a terrible line. Well, that's it for the back nine here at Highwater. Hope you enjoyed seeing the holes and critiquing my shots. Here's my score. I think I did better on the back nine than I did the front nine. I think you guys made me nervous the first nine, so I'll have to come back and play this again and see how I do. Until next video, see you later.